Hello Pokemon trainers, welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Battle Stadium singles video here on iStarly TV. This is part of my Road to Masters series where I try to climb the online ranked Battle Stadium singles ladder. So today we have a brand new team that I'm showcasing that I built myself. I've been working on it for the past week or two. And it's featuring Palafin, which is a Pokemon that I've used before, but also this is a Pokemon that is quickly becoming one of my favorites of Gen 9. It's actually probably in my top 3. Could be number 2 or even number 1 at some point, but I really like this Pokemon a lot. I like the design, and I love the hero form as well. And not only that, but it's really strong, so I've been really enjoying this Pokemon. So I wanted to build this team around Palafin, and as with the previous Palafin team that I did a while ago, this is centered around Choice Banded Palafin. It's the same exact Palafin set that I used last time, so you can see it right there. It's max attack, max speed, adamant nature. Just meant to hit as hard as possible, terastallize when we can, and often you can just do a ton of damage to things, even sometimes things that resist it. So the meta right now doesn't have too many common things that resist Palafin, so this is just a great opportunity for it, so I've been enjoying that. And the thought process with this team is, with Palafin, of course, you want to send it out in the battle as early as possible so that you can switch out as early as possible and then get that hero form going. So my thought process was I would often want to lead with Palafin and therefore probably switch into something or a Pokemon that can take hits that Palafin otherwise couldn't, which means if I'm afraid of getting hit with like a grass type or an electric type move, both of which are super effective, I want Pokemon that can kind of switch into those, and also just Pokemon that can generally handle threats to Palafin. So of course I'm thinking of stuff like Dragonite, who, you know, doesn't have super effective moves for Palafin, but can wall Palafin pretty well, especially before I transform. And Fluttermane, which is just fast, is just faster than Palafin, and if I'm locked into something other than Jet Punch, that can be a real problem. So the Pokemon that I decided on were all of these. Let's briefly talk about these. There's the team code as well, and I will put the link to the Pokepaste so you can see the EV spreads for all of these. But Wo-Chien is actually a Pokemon that I thought fit pretty well with Palafin, fit pretty well with Palafin, and it lines up perfectly because this is the last of the Ruin legendary Pokemon for me to feature in this series. So I haven't even used Wo-Chien yet, so this is my first time getting to use it. Wo-Chien's pretty cool. I like it a lot. I have Terra Poison just to complement its weaknesses, and it has interesting moves like Leech Seed, Ruination, and Snarl, which I think are pretty good for whittling down the opponent. Though I do encounter some issues with it. I think Grass is just generally not the best typing, offensively and defensively, so that's one issue that it has compared to Pokemon like Ting-Lu. But, you know, I think it's still a pretty strong Pokemon, and I definitely wanted to try it out. Then I have Assault Vest Magnezone. Pretty standard. I've used this in the past. It's nothing new, really. And then let's go to the bottom two first. I have my Iron Moth set down there is that's the Iron Moth set that I've been using almost every time I use Iron Moth now. It's really good. It's bulky, it's fast, and it's a bulky Iron Moth. And then we have Fiery Dance to boost our special attack. And then the Corviknight set is the Corviknight set that I've also used in the past, which is max HP, max special defense. And then we set up Iron defenses and then go for Body Press with the Terra Fighting type. I also have Power Trip now because I think it complements Body Press pretty well. I used to have Iron Head, but I think Power Trip's pretty good. It's pretty much like a physical version of Stored Power. Finally, let's go back to Salamence right there. Now, Salamence is an interesting one. I love Salamence, by the way. It's one of my favorite Pokemon, honestly. In Gen 3 especially, it's just a cool Pokemon. And unfortunately, it just hasn't really had a chance to shine, of course, because it's kind of outshined by Dragonite right now for the longest time. And I think Salamence does have a couple of tools that Dragonite doesn't have access to, notably Intimidate, as well as a much higher speed stat, and dual wing beat as well, with, you know, stab dual wing beat. So, you know, Salamence might be worse than Dragonite in a lot of ways, and honestly, if I'm being completely honest, I thought about using Dragonite on this team, and the whole reason I didn't was because I've used it in several videos in the past, so I just wanted to try something different here. So it's kind of a bulkier Salamence with, I think, just enough speed investment to outspeed certain things, and then a lot of HP investment, and I think the rest in attack. I think max attack as well. So decently bulky, and of course Intimidate helps. We have heavy duty boots on it as well, so that we don't take any Stealth Rock damage. Honestly, Stealth Rock would help this team, but I honestly, once again, I kind of thought about using Ting Lu, but I used Wo-Chien in its place, if only for the fact that I have not yet used Wo-Chien. So, you know, this team is sacrificing raw strength and power for fun, I guess you could say, but let's see how it goes. Wow, game 1 we have a Gen 1 team. It looks like my opponent really loves Gen 1. We've got a Gen 1er on our hands, everyone. So with this team, something I didn't mention earlier that is going to be the case for this team is, because I'm focusing on Palafin, I'll usually ask myself, should I bring Palafin to this battle? And if the answer is yes, then I usually lead with it and then bring 2 other Pokemon that can complement it depending on their team. Now, my opponent has 3 Pokemon that are really good against Palafin. They have 2 water types and then they have Dragonite. So I'm actually wondering if I even bring Palafin. I actually don't know that I'm going to bring Palafin in this battle. I like Magnezone a lot here, though. It's great against their water types. It's great against Electrode, and then it's probably decent against Gengar because I'm a Assault Vest Magnezone. And then, of course, I'll struggle against probably Dragonite and Arcanine. But I like Magnezone a lot here. And then Corviknight's a little risky. That Arcanine's honestly a little scary, but I kind of like, let's see, Salamence is nice too, but also a little scary against Dragonite. Do I want to lead with Magnezone? I kind of feel like they're going to lead with Cloyster, so I'm going to lead Magnezone here and then bring Corviknight and Salamence. I might regret that. I have to hope that, you know, the thing about Arcanine is you don't see it very often at all. It's actually pretty uncommon, but it is capable of running a few different sets. Like, it can be a physical attacker, it can be kind of a support set, it can run some special moves. It also gets like Play Rough and Wild Charge and Earthquake, so it just gets access to a lot of really interesting moves. So it's possible it could just kind of counter whatever I'm trying to bring. Sorry. So they lead Cloyster, which is what I expected. I think I just go Volt Switch here. Usually Cloyster will go for Shell Smash right away, and I think I just switch right into Corviknight. The thing is, my Corviknight's not physically bulky, so there's a chance I don't even survive this Cloyster's hit. Could go Discharge, hoping to paralyze them. Huh. That's a tough one. I'm gonna Discharge. This might be a mistake. Oh, they just start with the Icicle Spear. Okay, so they might have expected me to switch, I guess. That has to be the case, right? But the reason, so of course, oh wow, that was a crit. Of course, Cloyster often runs Focus Sash with Shell Smash, so that's what I'm expecting here, which is why I'm kind of like iffy, like, okay, well, they don't have Focus Sash, and they used Icicle Spear on me, so who knows what's going on right there. I don't know, maybe either they don't really know what's going on, or they are super, like, next level, and they're, like, making predictions that I'm not on the level of, and they're expecting me to do things that I'm not capable of, I guess. That's possible. Ooh, that's a really nice one. I'm assuming they're going to have a full shiny Gen 1 team, but they go into Arcanine now. I am Terra Water, which I'm tempted to go for here. I'm just not going to overthink it in this battle. I guess I could have expected them to possibly Terra as well and have gone for the Discharge myself. But it looks like they're not going to Terra, because I'm pretty sure Terra goes off of speed. Like, if we both Terrastalize, whoever is faster it'll show their Terra first. So since it didn't show theirs, that means they're not going to Terrastalize. So yeah, they go Flamethrower, and I'm going to eat this up. Well, actually, that does a little bit more than I would have expected. They are Life Orb, I guess, but yeah, I mean, I'm Assault Vest and I resist it, and that did, you know, it didn't do a lot, but it did more than I would have expected it to. Anyways, we're going to knock him out with the Terra Blast. And that's a really awesome looking shiny, by the way. I know I already said that, but, you know, I kind of want one for myself now. Anyways, let's see their last Pokemon. I'm going to expect it to be Dragonite. Of course. Dragonite's like the best Pokemon, one of the best Pokemon in the meta. Just going to Discharge, get off some damage, possibly paralyze them. I mean, you know, this battle's going really well for me, but it's not over yet. It's absolutely possible that my opponent could come back from this, so if they Dragon Dance, if they're like Dragon Dance Roost, that could be really scary, actually. They are Terra Steel. If they don't have Fire Punch though, I think Corviknight will easily take on this Dragonite. Oh, they just go Outrage though. Okay, this might knock me out. It does knock me out, but this lets me go right into Corviknight, and they are going to be stuck on Outrage. This will allow me to get up at least one Iron Defense. The big downside is that I did already waste my Terra, so I can't go Terra Fighting. If I were to go Terra Fighting, I think my Corviknight would be able to completely wall their Dragonite, because, you know, I would take neutral damage from all of their moves and, you know, just not take much damage at all because of the Iron Defenses. But either way, if they don't have Fire Punch, at the same time, if they don't have Fire Punch, then I should be good to go. We also have Rocky Helmet to get away some chip damage. Honestly, that Outrage did a lot, though. I kind of wonder if their Choice Banded. Like, I mean, I'm a Corviknight, and that did almost half. Almost. Not really half. But anyways, that's doing more than I thought. But I mean, it's pretty much... I don't want to say it's GG, because again, if they have Fire Punch, then... Oh, they have Lum. Okay, so they are not choiced. And we only know about Outrage, so... I'm gonna just Roost here. If they don't have Fire Punch, like I said, I can't really imagine my opponent doing much of anything here. But even if they do have Fire Punch... Okay, they don't. Okay, I think that's GG. This is cool, though. I really like this. I like Terra Steel Dragonite. The thing about Dragonite, it's such an awesome Pokemon. It's in such an amazing spot right now. Because of Terastallizing, it just has so many options. Like, there are so many Terra types that Dragonite could have. And it's scary because you don't really know exactly, when you see a Dragonite against you, you don't really know which one it's going to Terra into. So, you know, you can go for an Ice type move, but then they might Terra into something that easily resists it. So, yeah, Dragonite's awesome. So, one hit of Body Press should do the job here. And that was a good game. Interesting game by my opponent. GG's, Gen 1er. I appreciate the match. Cool team. I guess I was also wrong. I thought that they would have a complete shiny team because their first two Pokemon were shiny. They don't have shiny Dragonite, but maybe they just prefer the orange color. Let me know in the comments which Dragonite you prefer, shiny or not, because I think Dragonite's shiny is a little polarizing. You know, it's one of those where it's a really specific color. It's like a pea green, PEA. And I could see how some people might not like that. But anyways, let's go to game 2. Game number 2, and question number 1, do we bring Palafin? And the answer is absolutely yes. They have nothing on their team that resists it except for the Rotom, and everything else either takes super effective or neutral damage, and once I transform, I'm going to be hitting really, really hard. So we're going to bring Palafin, and then I think I like Wo-Chien here for that Rotom. Now the thing about Wo-Chien is, if I Terastallize, then I don't have to worry too much about some of these typings, but they do have a lot of Pokemon that can take on Wo-Chien pretty well. They've got Fire, they've got Ice, and they've got Poison. So that's something I need to keep in mind, but again, if I Terastallize into a Poison type, kind of don't have to worry about those beyond that point, although Ting Lu will be scary, so... These two Pokemon look great here, and then beyond that, some Pokemon that look like threats. I still think Ting Lu looks scary. Rotom still looks... Actually, Rotom is handled by Wo-Chien. Chien-Pao is scary. I kind of like Corviknight, although at the same time, Arcanine is a threat. So with that in mind, I actually think I want to bring Iron Moth because it resists Ice and Fire, so I think that can offer some good defensive synergy for me, but we'll see, because at the same time, like, I am max HP, but I have 0 defense investment, and Iron Moth's defense is pretty low, and Chien-Pao is a scary Pokemon. It's got a massive attack stat, and its ability lowers my defense stat a little bit, so even though Iron Moth can resist some of Chien-Pao's moves, I think I still need to worry about it. So I'm actually kind of talking myself into being a lot more worried about Chien-Pao, and I kind of wish I had actually brought that Corviknight, or Corviknight would probably be the best. But anyways, let's see what happens. They do lead with their Glimmora, and Glimmora is... I think I need to run a calc real quick here if I can, because I think Glimmora's slower than Palafin, but of course I am an adamant nature. So let's see if I can hurry this up. No! Sorry, an ad popped up. You know what? I think I'm actually faster than it. So I might regret this. I'm gonna flip turn. I didn't do quite as much. Yes, I am perfect. So this might break their sash. Okay. This will get this toxic spikes going though, so that's actually not something I'm happy about. But what I think I might do here is go into Wo-Chien. Oh no, duh, I have a poison type. I was gonna say, like, I'm scared now. I mean, this is risky to go into Iron Moth, but I'm going to. Hopefully they don't go for a rock type move. I guess if they go for Stealth Rock, that is annoying, but I'd kind of be okay with that. Let's see what happens here. Get the speed boost. If they go for a rock type move, I mean, I should live it though because I have a lot of bulk, but that might end up being a stupid play on my part. Okay, they do go Stealth Rock, which I kind of expected, so that's pretty good for me. And now I'm not certain I knocked them out. Oops, I'm not going to Terrasilize yet. I'm just going to Discharge. It should knock them out, but honestly, there's a chance it doesn't. And if they switch into something, I get to hit it with a Discharge, which is pretty good for me. I'd love to go for Fiery Dance here just to, you know, potentially boost my special attack, but I think that's pretty greedy. You know, Glimmora has okay bulk and it resists Fiery Dance, so I don't think I want to mess around with that. Plus, I have 0 special attack investment on this Moth, so yeah. They're thinking, though. I guess they're wondering what I could do here. And Discharge does knock them out. Good, good, good. And I'm in a pretty decent spot here because Iron Moth is in a pretty good spot against their team. One scary Pokemon, of course, would be Chien-Pao, but if I can kind of force that out right now, I think that's not bad for me. Okay, Rotom. Okay, that's actually a little surprising. Now I get to go Sludge Wave. If they happen to... do I Terrasilize here? Let's see what they have. If I Terrasilize, then Chien-Pao is a scary Pokemon, but... Huh. Then I have to hope that my Palafin can take down Chien-Pao. If I Terra... and they have Arcanine... I think there's just too many situations where Terrasilizing is not good here. However, at the same time, if I don't Terrasilize... what am I doing with my life, you know? I'm going to Sludge Wave. I'm not going to Terrasilize here. I guess if they do knock me out here, I do have Wo-Chien in the back. And if they bring in something that's scary against Wo-Chien, I can just Terrasilize that. So I'm not that afraid here. I do get a crit on the Sludge Wave, but that's going to get their Berry going, which shouldn't be that big of a deal. They do just a Volt Switch, though, which I'm happy about because this will reveal their last Pokemon. And now I know that their Rotom is not Choice Scarf, so that kind of allows me to kind of play with that in mind. And I still have Terra, so depending on who their last Pokemon is, which is Chien-Pao, this is a little scary. So it's always a prediction game with Chien-Pao, but at the same time, it's kind of not. I mean, I feel like they're going to go Sucker Punch, and they're probably going to knock me out. I'm going to just Fiery Dance, get off some damage. If we can break a potential Sash, I think we should be able to win this game, because then I can go into Palafin, Terrasilize, and probably just win the game with Jet Punch. I probably even knock out Rotom with a Terra boosted Jet Punch, but we'll see. I don't want to play that, you know. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but they Terra Electric here, which is an interesting choice. Oh, I'm faster. Okay, that's perfect. I mean, I guess I'm not surprised that I'm faster. I'm just surprised that they did not go for Sucker Punch. Okay, yeah, this is actually scary though because if they do have Sucker Punch, they're going to be faster than Jet Punch. Yeah. Not good. Can go into Wo-Chien. If I go into Wo-Chien, I might have to Terrasilize because they're probably going to go for the Ice type move. Or I can go Leech Seed. Well, they're not going to Sucker Punch me. That might be fine though, I think. I am max HP, max defense. I do take some rocks damage. They're going to go for the Ice type move here. They're definitely... oh, it lowers their attack, so that kind of counteracts their ability. Huh. I think I have to Terra, because they're just going to go for... like, there's no reason for them to not go for the Ice type move, right? They're going to go for it, right? So I just Terra here. Because they're probably going to have Ice Spinner, which is 100% accurate, 80 base power. Otherwise, they could have Icicle Crash, which is 85 base power, but it's only 95 accuracy, so they could miss with that. But either way, or maybe it's 90 accuracy. Either way, I'm just going to Terra here, hoping I can take a Crash. They do have it. It could flinch as well, though, and I do barely survive. I get my berry. That's not going to matter, though, because all they need to do is hit me with one more move. This is actually really scary, though. Giga Drain. Okay, I knocked them out. Perfect. Now, the funny thing here is it's good that I Terastallized because it let me survive that Icicle Crash. But now that I'm not a grass type, Rotom will have an easier time against me. I still think I'm winning this battle, but there's a chance I could lose. I need to look at Rotom's speed. I think Rotom might be, if their Rotom is timid, I actually think they might be faster than my Palafin. So that's not good. Sorry, I'm just checking if you can hear the clicks. Oops. Yeah, this is a little scary. Oh, I'm faster. Okay. So I think I win no matter what. I'm gonna Giga Drain here. If they don't kill me, then they're dead. Okay. Oh, okay. So sadly, we didn't even get to see Palafin in action. I did bring it, but unfortunately we didn't get to see it. But we got to see Wo-Chien in action, how awesome and bulky it is. Yeah, sorry, I was looking at the calc to see how fast Rotom would be without a Choice Scarf and to see if it would be faster. But the funny thing is, my Palafin would be faster by 1 point if they are a Timid Nature Rotom. So that still, I think we still won that game because all I would do at that point is go into Palafin, Terastallize. Well, actually, sorry, I could not Terastallize. Go into Palafin and go for Wave Crash and just, I guess, pray, right? That's all I can do at that point. So there was a chance I lost that game still, but, you know, Wo-Chien's just super bulky. It could take hits for days. So, yeah, good stuff. Good job, Wo-Chien. Good job, Palafin. You guys are awesome. Good job, Iron Moth, although less good job because it's Iron Moth. It's still really good. Well, let's go to game 3. Nice. We've got a fellow Palafin enjoyer. And they have some Pokemon that are scary against Palafin, like Amoonguss and Roaring Moon. So I do still, then they have their own Palafin, which is scary. I was gonna say I do still like Palafin here, but at the same time, I don't know that I do. I like Corviknight, and Corviknight's really good against a lot of their team. And then I have Wo-Chien possibly for the Amoonguss if I need it. Amoonguss is gonna be scary, I think. Yeah, I'm trying to think about, like, if they have Spore with Amoonguss, what do I do? Which I probably bring Wo-Chien in that case. I think Wo-Chien is pretty decent against Annihilate, but I would have to Terra. I think I like bringing Wo-Chien though. But I don't think I lead with it. What else do I bring? Like I said, I think I like Corviknight as well. So Corviknight and Wo-Chien. And beyond that, I'm kind of afraid of that Roaring Moon if it has like a fire type move. Also, Annihilate is a little scary. I actually think I like Salamence here, and I'm gonna lead with it, which kind of sounds weird, but it's like if they lead with Amoonguss, we can really pressure them. If they lead with Palafin, I can maybe get up a Dragon Dance or just go right for dual Wing Beat. So I think Salamence applies a lot of pressure against them. So we're gonna see how they lead. Oh, that's an awesome, that's a great picture. I love it. Yeah, we're gonna see how it goes here. Let's see what they lead with. They go with Annihilate, which I'm not too surprised by. The awesome thing here is we get off the Intimidate and we have dual Wing Beat, which I think I'm just gonna go for right away. Now, lead Annihilate could have Final Gambit, it could have Fling with the Electric Ball, the Light Ball, which will paralyze us. I think I still just go dual Wing Beat. I don't think they're going to Terastallize turn 1, and if they do, I think that makes some of the rest of the battle easier for us. So I'm just fine with this here. I'm just fine getting off this dual Wing Beat. If they stay in and they don't Terra, we are going to do a ton of damage to them. If they switch, that's also good for us. Yeah, I think this is just a great situation for us. And this really showcases how awesome Salamence is, because I don't think their team has a lot of resistances to this Wing Beat. So, oh, you know what? I was thinking they might go into this. So if we hit this is going to do a ton of damage out of nowhere. Perfect. Okay. Now, I would not be surprised if they Terastallize here. I am Terra Flying, which means if we both terrastalize, unless they terrastalize into like a steel type, I should be able to knock them out. But that would of course use my Terra. I think I'm gonna do it. This makes me worse against Palafin because I don't resist it anymore. But I actually think, knowing that they have Annihilate, I actually think this is a not too bad play. Okay, they end up switching anyway, but Goldango's the only thing that can switch into this. Oh, okay. So if we connect here, that's one dead Chien-Pao. And honestly, if we hit this move, I think we just straight up win the game. Because then we have a Terra flying Salamence with dual Wing Beat against two Pokemon that are weak to it. So the whole match hinges on this turn. Yes! And yeah, Chien-Pao has like no defense. Wait! Oh, okay, never mind. I'm stupid. Okay, I guess I overestimated this. I'm surprised by that damage. I kind of feel like... Do I have attack investment? I'm surprised by that. I do. Huh. Oh well. All right. You know, that was stupid of me. I guess I should have... I mean, I could have sworn Chien-Pao has pretty low defense. But anyways, this lets me go into Corviknight, which I think is okay. This is actually kind of scary now. If they go for like a contact move, then we will knock them out. Okay, they just go Crash. Yikes. Yikes. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, well everyone, this is it. So I was talking about how I was gonna be winning this game super easily, and it turns out the opposite is actually true. I'm gonna go into Men's here. I know they're faster. I'm gonna get off the Intimidate, and then I'm gonna go into Wo-Chien. Because if Salamence lives and I knock out their Chien-Pao, I do probably win the game because their last two Pokemon are slower than me and I've got Terra flying dual Wing Beat. So this is my only chance. Maybe they'll miss, but of course I should not bank on that. They are at -1 attack, so there's a chance I live this. I do. Wow, okay. So this is just opening up another chance for them to miss. So basically they have 2 chances to miss. Not only that, but they will be at -2 once Salamence comes in. I have to just go Giga Drain. I can't mess around and go for anything else. Okay, I'm dead here. Go into Mence and get off another Intimidate. And I'm not 4 times weak to it anymore because I did remove my Dragon typing. So yeah, let's see. This is a crazy battle, right? I thought it was gonna be easy mode, and that dual Wing Beat did a lot less damage than I was expecting. I think I can just go Earthquake. Although with how little damage dual Wing Beat did, I'm kind of not sure how much. I think Earthquake knocks them out. They switch. Oh, that's actually really smart. Okay, that's pretty smart. Yeah, they go into this. That's pretty smart here. Okay, good plays by my opponent. I guess I didn't think of the possibility that they could do this because I think I'm forced to dual Wing Beat here. I can't, if I Dragon Danced, then I could possibly take on their Wo-Chien and beat it. But the thing is, I have to Wing Beat here so I knock out the Amoonguss, otherwise they Spore me, which pretty much, you know, ends the battle also, because if I'm asleep, then they can probably just go right into Chien-Pao and just end the game. So yeah, I was forced to Wing Beat there. I could have gotten a little greedy and Dragon Danced and tried to play around with what they do after that. Maybe that was the right play. Like Dragon Dance, and then they're probably gonna Spore, and then basically just spam dual Wing Beat until I wake up, and if they never switch into Chien-Pao, then I can win that game, if that makes any sense. I don't know, but let's see what happens here. They are thinking. Again, there's still a chance that they miss, right? The Icicle Crash. All right, you know, I respect my opponent because they have Chien-Pao in a Luxury Ball, so kudos to them. This could be the final turn of the match. I think either way, if I land this Earth, or if I survive or something, or they miss, then Annihilate comes out and I probably knock it out with Wing Beat. So either way, this is going to be the deciding turn of the battle. Let's see what happens. They have Ice Shard, huh? Oh, good play. I kind of thought they might have it, and I mean, that's just how strong Chien-Pao is. I'm not 4 times weak to it, I'm just 2 times weak to it, and it still did plenty of damage. So, you know what? Good games to my opponent. I respect them a lot. They have a hilarious trainer card. They have a Luxury Ball, Chien-Pao, and they played that match really well. So good stuff to my opponent, good games. You know, like I said, it was funny and kind of embarrassing that I was like so confident I was going to win that game really easily, and then it just completely turned around. So thank you all for watching. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, that's going to be it for today. I kind of want to do another video with this team. I really like this team a lot, and like I said, I really love Palafin. So let me know in the comments if you wouldn't mind seeing another video with this team, or if you would rather see new teams for me. As always, I do say this, or I try to say this often, but if you have teams for me to share, feel free to drop the codes. I'm definitely happy to try out teams from viewers, and you know, I'd love to feature your team. So if you want to drop me a code and let me know kind of the basics of the team and stuff, feel free to do that, and I can use it in a video upcoming. So thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. Please have a great day. Let me know what you thought. Please like, please subscribe for more Pokemon Scarlet and Violet videos. I'll see you next time.